credit to our guys. Beat a heck of a team. Got Illinois is a tremendous team. Tough-minded. Well coached. Have great competitive spirit about them. Really gifted, talented across the board. So credit to our guys. I thought they, I did not love our competitive spirit to start the game, and let them know that. But I thought after those first 5 minutes, our guys really brought it. Kyle Young was tremendous. I thought he was a real matchup problem and stuck his nose in there when it's hard when you're guarding a guy that size. So great win, and we'll move forward here to a really tough environment Sunday at Maryland.
Okay, questions here in the room? We got mics on both sides. Just raise your hand. Go ahead.
Coach, what's going through your mind there when they make that late run, of course?
Yeah.
Had a couple of those recently, but what were the keys for you to kind of stave that off there in the end?
Well, I thought, first of all, the environment was, fans were obviously highly engaged. I didn't love what some of the things they were saying to one of our players, to be honest with you. But I thought that was, I just thought that was completely uncalled for. Completely uncalled for, and I'm always going to feel like that. I just don't think there's a place for it. Having said that, they were highly engaged and highly involved, and they stayed engaged the entire game, and it was made for a very difficult finish. Give them credit for the environment they created, because it spurred their team. And we've got obviously a really passionate fan base here, and it was a tough finish. And give their kids credit too. Now they made some tough shots. Frazier's, I think, one of the elite clutch shot makers in college basketball. I think he is one of the elite clutch shot makers in college basketball. He is a phenomenal player. Trent Frazier, in my mind, doesn't get enough national credit. I think he is a fantastic college player, and he made some really difficult shots.
And Malachi Branham just keeps getting hotter and hotter for you guys, and 31 points tonight. Your thoughts on his performance?
Malachi was sensational. He was sensational. He just made great decisions with the ball, made it very difficult, and playing two forwards together, and made it difficult because both EJ and Kyle can space it.
Here in the middle.
You seem to really want to attack Illinois and ball screens with Malachi and EJ and Kyle. What went into that game plan, and why do you think you had so much success?
Yeah, it was, we kind of went in thinking that we might do that. It's hard to attack them inside because of Kofi's size and because they have good length across the board. So your guy coming off the ball screen's got to be a real threat, or else Kofi's just going to park it in the paint and you're not going to get much. And our greatest guy off of ball screens that's the greatest threat is Malachi. So I think our change there at halftime was just to kind of ride that and see what came of it. And obviously it worked well there early, and we probably didn't go to it enough late, to be honest with you.
Here to the left.
Kyle Young, just the lift he gave you guys. He started the second half. You must have really liked what he did in the first half, obviously, but overall, just the lift that he gave you, and defending Coburn, and also scoring.
His competitiveness was phenomenal, just phenomenal. Just incredible. He just jump-started us, really, Steve, when we needed it. Because again, give Illinois credit. They took it to us those first 5 minutes. And give them credit. Absolutely took it to us. And we needed an injection of some competitiveness and also some good play, and he brought both.
The journey here, 5 days ago, you lose to Iowa at home, double digits, and some people leave you for dead. And then overtime against Indiana, and still had something left in the tank here for Illinois tonight. Just what's going on with you guys right now, and what's left in the next 4 games, I guess?
Well, we'll see. I think you know as well as I do that our group's a really resilient group. And, Steve, we've talked about this, and coaches know this. You're gonna lose some tough games in this league, home and road. And I give Iowa credit. They beat us. They were tougher that night. You got to be able to respond and come ready and try to fix the things that, but you gotta move forward, and that's what we tried to do. And again, we played a terrific team here in Illinois, and we'll see if we can respond here in a couple days and play well in a very tough environment against a good team in Maryland.
Chris, you've seen a lot of great moments from EJ over the last couple of years, but for him to hit 2 free throws with 30 seconds to go in front of that crowd in particular, with what they were kind of giving him all night, what does that show about EJ?
He's a tremendous talent, tremendous kid. And my man needed fluids the night after the IU game. He was going to he was in the hospital for a little bit just because of it turned out it was just the flu, but he had some just a lot of fatigue, but he was fine. He was good enough to play. If he wouldn't have played well, he'd have said, hey, it's on me. So there would have been no excuses, but give him credit for really knocking down those 2 free throws, which were critical.
For him to play 34 minutes after, like you said, being that sick and giving you what he gave you, and to also get it from Malachi, those two guys seem to just feed off of each other more with each time they play. What does that tandem?
Yeah,
what can that tandem do for you?
Yeah, I mean, they were good, but I think Justin gave us a lift, and Cedric made a big shot, and you don't do it without obviously Kyle Young, who we talked about. Gene did some really good things. So I think all in all, there was a lot of contributions. But yeah, I mean, and EJ he felt well enough to play, or else he wouldn't have. So again, there was no excuse either way.
Coach, Alfonso Plummer came out firing early, and he kept it going the whole game. Just how much did that kind of affect your game plan?
Yeah, we had to change our coverage on him. We thought we had a good game plan for him, but he's a phenomenal shooter, and he's got such a quick release. Their guard tandem, I think, is phenomenal. It's a really, really talented group, especially when you have a guy like as talented as Corbello coming off the bench. That's a really talented group. He's a phenomenal, catch and shoot guy, and I think I'm sure that excites Brad and his staff, going into the tournament, that you have guards at that level.
And when you look at EJ on the defensive end, he had 4 blocks. He's just, how he does off-ball help defense.
Yeah, critical. Those were critical plays because Kofi's so massive. We had to bring some help, and those were critical plays. Yeah, critical plays.
You're in the front.
If we don't see a lot of nights where Kofi is 5 for 15 from the floor, how did you guys disrupt him or try to knock him off his game a little bit?
I think we brought help from a lot of different places, to be honest with you, and he probably missed a couple, that he's normally going to make. But I think EJ blocked 2 or 3 of his shots where it was right around the rim. I think he probably missed a couple that he's normally going to make. And then, I don't know what he played, but I think the foul trouble, plus the combination of him having to guard Kyle, probably didn't play him his normal rotation minutes. But, everybody in this league, he's a tremendous player. Everybody in this league has a little bit of an off night.
Right.
Chris, if you when you look at this game, I mean, if this one slips away, that would be bad, I guess. To get good, okay,
It wouldn't be good, but
to get this thing, just get it over, I guess. Once it starts to slip away, to finish it off.
yeah, listen, I get that. I mean, I keep reminding people, like, Duke let a lead slip away at our place. Duke's pretty good. I think they were up, 14, 15? Like, it happens in college basketball. It's hard. You think that team was going to lay down? The team's tremendous. Got tremendous competitiveness and spirit. They're not going to lay down. They're playing at home in front of a fantastic crowd. They're going to make a run. Certainly, we could do some things better. So you can't ever look at it, and I understand your question, but you can't ever look like, oh, God, we're doomed. We lost a lead. We're playing a really good team. You kind of survive. You land the plane, and you hope you can move forward.
You've had 10 games where it's been within 1 possession in the final 20 seconds. Have you ever been through a season like this?
It's been a lot. It's been a lot, and more times than not, I feel good about how we finished. But I don't think I have been one with this many close games.
You're in the room.
You and Brad came into the conference at the same time. You guys have obviously built your programs to be pretty successful, and you've had a lot of pretty epic games here in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Is this becoming one of the conference's better rivalries, in your opinion?
I'll let you guys kind of determine that. You know, we obviously just played in a Big Ten championship game, right? And, you know, we gave them all the credit in the world for when it was a heck of a game. It was an overtime game, I think, wasn't it? So we've had some great battles. He's a tremendous coach. His teams compete at a high level. We did come in at the same time. And got a lot of respect for him and his kids. So, you know, if it's a rivalry, I'll let you guys kind of decide that.
Chris, Tom Izzo said a lot of similar things about Trent Frazier
Yeah.
on Saturday. From a coach's perspective, what do you guys see? And what can a guy like that mean to a program?
He impacts winning at such a high level. He impacts winning. Trent Frazier impacts winning. You're looking for guys that impact winning. He competes defensively. He'll guard the best player. He fights them every possession. He never panics. He makes big shots. He makes the right play more time than not. And he's older, but he's been a good player since he came in the league. I think this his 5th or 6th year of college? 5th? Okay. I just got a lot of respect for the kid, and I think he doesn't get enough notoriety, you know, nationally. I just don't.
Rob?
Ryan Peden, some of us remember from here. Can
Yeah.
you talk about the job that he does for you? Does he get enough notoriety?
No, but assistants rarely do. Ryan's fantastic. I think he's one of the terrific, young, up-and-coming assistant coaches. It's going to be a head coach real soon. He's turned down a couple of head coaching jobs that were really pretty good jobs, and I'm forever grateful to Ryan for what he's done, but unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to hang on to him much longer. He's that good, and I can't wait for him to be a head coach.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Okay, all right, thanks, guys.